Assalamualaikum. Okay, my part about a background of the study. Okay, you can see in slide figure 1 about the mobile banking transaction value and growth rate. Okay, e-payment system EPS have become critical for digital financial transaction due to the growth of the internet. E-commerce has increased efficiency, benefit government, enterprise and economy by boosting trade and lowering transaction costs. The pandemic has accelerated Malaysia's shift to the digital banking with online banking prevalence reaching 112.5% and mobile banking penetration reaching 61.8% in 2020. Malaysia experienced a 125% increase in a mobile banking transaction, highlight the importance of a e-payment system in a digital economy.
In problem statement, we have 4 items, which is idea, reality, consequence, and purpose. Shopping is something that everyone enjoys doing, regardless of their gender or their age. Spending should adhere to the standard and principle established in Islamic teaching, such as refraining from overspending. But our culture encourages spending based on lust, which goes against the teachings of Islam. This practice is especially problematic in our day and age when it is so simple to shopping by making use of various electronic devices. So, overspending leads to debt, which lowers people's financial stability and force them to constantly worry about how to get out of debt. As a result, individuals are more likely to experience stress as they try to figure out how to escape their financial obligation. Therefore, this study aims to study the prevalence of electronic payment usage among university students in Kota Bharu to understand how money management is essential for students to make informed decisions. For research question, we stated 3 questions. Number 1, do university students in Kota Bharu understand the use of e-payment? Number 2, what causes university students in Kota Bharu to spend using e-payment? Number 3, how do university students in Kota Bharu spend using e-payment?
Alright, now we focus on the research objective. According to Oyen Rain 2022, research goal explain why you are going in, then summarize your project strategy and focus on your research. This study aims to identify e-payment user among university students in Kota Bharu. We have 3 objectives. The first one, to find out whether university students in Kota Bharu understand the use of the e-payment. Second, to identify the cost of the university student in Kota Bharu shopping using e-payment. And the last one, to analyze how university students in Kota Bharu use e-payment when shopping.
In the significance of study, we will explain about our research contribution and the impacts of our study on the research field. But before that, note that our research mainly focuses on how university students in Kota Bharu use e-payments. And this research will examine how well university students understand and implement e-payment method in their daily activities. So this research is very helpful for university students in Malaysia, particularly for those UMK students and others university students around Kota Bharu. The students can use this research as a guide to make ethical decisions while making purchases, such as using e-payment which concerning to the Sharia law. Furthermore, this study will also serve as a valuable resources for educators and students in the academic community.
Theory of planet behavior propose that the customer desire and action are driven by attitude, subjective standard, and behavioral control. This study explore the behavior of users who use e-payment among university students in Kota Bharu. An alternative theory suggests that an individual attitude, perspective, behavioral control, and subjective norms affect the attention and behavior possibility leading to the entrepreneurship by Khairul Zahrin Muhammad Aruf 2018. The customer behavior affect the e-payment customer unrestricted purchase. In this situation, an individual attitude toward behavior positive or negative, is of the interest. The researcher will analyze the Kota Bharu University student e-payment survey findings using this theory. Many online purchase intention study have used this theory by Gu 2019. This study shows how well the TBP understand online payment intents.
In previous studies, we have 3 articles. First, there is an article from Widayat et al. 2020. The article's results show that social factors, expectation of effect, and conditions that make it easier for teens to use e-money are essential. The study used a mixed method. Second, Ayodhya and Wibowo 2018 found that a person's desire to use electronic money is more potent when they feel they have more control over their action. The article used quantitative method. Last, May 2022 used quantitative methods, and the result is the theory planned behavior model is based on the fact that people have different subjective standard, attitude, and perceived behavior control, which is affected by how happy they are with the service.
This is our conceptual failure figure. Due to the increased usage of electronic payment, this research focuses primarily on e-payment and consumer behavior. Since few studies concentrate on a consumer behavior, particularly among university students, different research has discovered numerous factors from the usage of e-payment, including locus of control, moderating influence of perceived trust, and ethnicity and culture. So we propose to undertake study on the consumer behavior using e-payment among Kota Bharu University students based on these 3 factors.
Alright, now we use a 3 method. The first one, we use inductive approach. Why we use that approach? Because this is the most suitable approach to conduct a qualitative study of the e-payment system. We can look here from the specific observation to the general conclusion. The second one is a strategy. This study focuses on an e-payment user among the Kota Bharu University population using a qualitative research technique. And the last one is the instrument. The interview to identify user of the e-payment among the university student in a Kota Bharu, Kelantan.
Okay, next slide about a producer for a data collection. Okay, about data collection have 4. Okay, firstly is a unit of analysis. Second, study population. Third, informant selection criteria. And lastly, about a potential informant for this study. Next slide about a procedure of a data analysis. In data analysis have 5 steps. Firstly is a prepare and organize data. Second, review explore the data. Third, create initial code. 4, review those code and revise or combine into themes. And lastly, present them in a cohesive manner. That's all for me. Thank you.
The diagram on my side illustrates the triangulation procedure utilized in this study. This procedure includes 2 interviewers, including respondents who are the university students in Kota Bharu and the industry players who are bank employees. And we also consider the idea from the previous literature reviews. All of the researchers will explain and share their thoughts on this new finding. So what was said by the participants will be recorded and written down. Then the information gathered will be analyzed in relation to the researchers' responses. And lastly, why we had choose this triangulation approach is because this study employs a qualitative method where the data triangulation is necessary.